Today in this session, we are going to discuss about some of the cybersecurity tools. These cybersecurity tools which basically help the organization and individual to prevent cyber attack. Some of them what we are going to discuss is firewall, antivirus, cryptography, penetration test and digital forensic. Now, safeguarding our IT environment and resources are the most important, and every organization are prioritizing this. Business of all kinds of sizes faces numerous hacking attempts and poses significant cybersecurity threats. Cybersecurity threats such as hackers, malware, viruses, worms are ever present in the digital world. We've already discussed about that in the last two sessions. Therefore, it is crucial for companies to stay informed about the potential security risk and take proactive measures to protect themselves. Cyber defense involves multiple aspects that organization must address. Let us discuss some essential tools and services which are used by company and which plays a vital role in strengthening the cybersecurity system of a particular organization. These cybersecurity tools play a crucial role in protecting the system, networks, data sources, database from all kinds of cyber threats. Organizations and individuals rely on these tools to prevent, detect and respond to cyber attack. Let us discuss some 5 important cybersecurity tools out of many which are available in the market. The first one which is widely used are called firewalls, the first line of defense. Let us understand what is firewall. A firewall is a security system that monitors and controls your incoming and outgoing network traffic to the server based on certain kind of predefined security rules. It acts as a barrier or a security watchman between a trusted and untrusted network such as internet. It is just like a security person standing on the gate of a particular building and avoiding any unwanted guest or unwanted person to enter into the building. Let us understand how firewall work. Firewall basically filter the incoming and outgoing traffic based on IP address, which is a unique address of any computer connected to internet, domain name and specific application. It also uses packet filtering method to inspect data packet before allowing or blocking them. Firewall can be in both the form hardware based, which is physical firewall appliances, or software based, which is built into operating system. Let us discuss some of the examples of firewall available off the shelf or on the shelf in the market. The first one is Cisco ASA. It is used by enterprises for network security. The next example is pfSense. It is an open source firewall with advanced security features. The third one, which is commonly used by Windows or Microsoft build, is Windows Defender Firewall. This is built-in protection for Windows users. What are the benefits of firewall? Firewall are used basically to block unauthorized access. It prevents malware and cyber attack. It enhances the network security. So this is some of the benefit of the firewall. That is the reason it is widely used in any of the organization or all the organization. The second cybersecurity tool we are going to discuss is antivirus software. The antivirus software are basically used by individual computers for detecting and removing malware. What is the antivirus software? Antivirus software scan, detect and remove any kind of malicious programs like viruses, worms, Trojan horses or spyware from individual computers and network. Let us understand how does it work. So, the antivirus software uses signature-based detection method to identify known malware which is already defined in the antivirus software. It implements heuristic analysis to detect new and unknown threat which is not defined. It provides real-time protection by continuously monitoring system activities. Let us understand some of the example of these antivirus software available in the market. The most common and popularly used antivirus software is Norton Antivirus, which is a comprehensive malware protection software. The second popularly used antivirus is McAfee Total Protection, which also include the feature of firewall and identity protection. Kaspersky antivirus software is very strong and threat detection with minimal system impact. What is the benefit of antivirus software? The benefit of antivirus software is that it protects against any malware infection to an individual computer or a network. It prevents data loss from ransomware by detecting the ransomware and giving alert. It improves the system performance by removing and giving an alert about the harmful files or suspicious file. The third kind of cybersecurity tool we are going to discuss now is cryptography. Cryptography is the art of securing sensitive data with cryptography. But what is cryptography? Cryptography is the practice of securing data through encryption technique to protect sensitive information from unauthorized access. That means converting readable data into unreadable data like symbols or any numbers, combination of alphanumeric. How it works? It uses encryption algorithm like AES, RSA or ECC to scramble data into unreadable form. It ensures that data integrity through hashing like SHA 256. It uses digital signatures for authentication. Some of the cryptography tools which are available in the market are OpenSSL, open source cryptography library for secure communication. The second one is VeraCrypt, which is used for encrypting file or drives. Pretty Good Privacy, PGP, is also used for securing email communication. What is the benefit of cryptography? It protects data from breaches and unauthorized access. Even if somebody gets access to the data, it is encrypted and it is in the form of unreadable data form. It ensures confidentiality and integrity of digital transactions. It strengthens authentication mechanism. So there are several types of firewall, each with unique feature and uses. Let us discuss different types of firewall now. The first one is packet filtering firewall. This is the most basic type of firewall. It examines data packet which are based on source destination IP address, ports and protocols. It allow or block packet based on predefined rules in the software. The advantage of this particular firewall is it is fast and efficient. The disadvantage is it has limited security as it does not analyze the content of the packet. The second kind of firewall which is used by companies are called stateful inspection firewall. It tracks the state of active connection, the network. It examines both the header and the content of the packet. It blocks the unauthorized access while allowing legitimate traffic to the server. The advantage of this kind of firewall is that it is more secure than packet filtering firewall. And the disadvantage is that it can be resource intensive and little slower. The third kind of firewall which is used by companies is proxy firewall or application level gateway. This firewall acts as an intermediary between user and the internet. It inspects the data at application layer, which is at HTTP, FTP or SMTP layer. It can filter malicious content and hide internal network addresses. The advantage of this kind of firewall is that it provides better security and anonymity to the user. The disadvantage of this particular firewall is that it can slow down your network performance due to deep packet. So this is the next There is another kind of firewall which is coming and becoming very common, which is next generation firewall, NGFW. This firewall combines the traditional firewalls which we discussed, their capability with the advanced features added, which includes deep packet inspection, intrusion prevention and malware detection. It has a major feature which is using AI and machine learning to identify threat in the real time. The advantage of this kind of firewall is that it is highly secure with multi-layered protection. The disadvantage is it is little expensive and it requires significant processing power. The last one which has come up newly is called circuit level gateway. Circuit level gateway works at the session layer of OSI model, which verifies TCP handshake to ensure secure connection. It does not inspect the actual content of data packet. Basically, the advantage of this particular firewall is that it is lightweight, efficient for basic security purpose for a small company, and it is less expensive. The disadvantage is it lacks deep content inspection, making it little less secure than the other firewall. The most emerging firewall which is now coming up are called cloud-based firewall. The firewall as a service, FWaaS. It is hosted in the cloud and it is managed by third-party providers. Basically, this firewall provides scalable and flexible security for remote users and cloud application. This particular firewall is ideal for businesses with multiple locations and remote workforces. The advantage of this firewall is that it is easy to deploy, scalable, and it is little cost effective. Disadvantage is that it depends on internet connectivity for optimal performance, unlike the other firewall. Now let us discuss the hardware firewall. Hardware firewall is a physical device which is placed between the network and the internet. It provides perimeter security for an entire network on which the organization is relying. It is often used in enterprises for high performance securities. The advantage of this is that it has a dedicated processing power for better performance, and it is highly dedicated to one server because it is physically present in the location. It has disadvantages that it has higher upfront cost and maintenance requirement. Now let us discuss what is software firewall. Software firewall are installed on individual devices, for example, laptop, desktop or servers. It protects specific endpoint from threats. That means individual computers or maybe a group of computers connected to a server. It often used in combination with hardware firewall. The advantage of software firewall is that it is easy to configure and update. The disadvantage is that it consumes system resource and may not protect the entire network. It can be used at a very small scale. So that is about the firewall. Let us discuss now about the next cybersecurity tool, which are called penetration test. Any kind of cyber attack is really very dangerous and risky. Let us first understand through how the penetration test, solve this particular risk. Penetration test involves simulating cyber attack to identify vulnerability in the organization security system before any malicious hacker exploit them. How does it work? So many organizations are hiring ethical hackers nowadays. These ethical hackers use automated tools or manual technique to find out any security loophole in the system, whether it's an application, it's a hardware or a software or a server or maybe a network. Penetration test differently find out what are the different kinds of attack vendors, injections, XXs and phishing kind of threats. It generates reports to help business fix their vulnerability and loophole in the system. Example of penetrating test tools are Metasploit, which automate penetration tests without exploiting modules. Burp Suite is another example of penetration tests. It is basically used for web application security testing. Nmap is another kind of a penetration test which is used for network scanning tool for vulnerability assessment. What is the benefit of penetration test? It basically identifies security weakness of your system or any of the IT resource before cybercrime criminal can attack. So it's a prevention rather than cure. It strengthens an organization cybersecurity posture. It helps meeting all kinds of compliances requirement like PCI, DSS, ISO 27001. The next one which we are going to discuss, which is really very interesting, is digital forensic. Digital forensic is all about investigating cybercrime. What is digital forensic? Digital forensic is the process of collecting, analyzing and preserving electronic evidence to investigate cybercrime. How does it work? It investigates data breaches, fraud and cyber incident. It basically recovers deleted and encrypted file from the digital device of the criminals. It uses forensic tools to analyze hard drive, email and network logs. The example of digital forensic tools are Autopsy. Autopsy is the open source tool for forensic analysis of finding out deeper into any system which is already deleted or which is not existing. So layer by layer it basically inspect the thing. FTK, forensic toolkit, basically used for deep digital investigation. Wireshark, this is basically used for monitoring and capturing network traffic for forensic analysis. What's the benefit of digital forensic? It helps law enforcement organization to solve cyber crimes. It recovers lost or tempered data done by the cyber criminals. It provides digital evidence for legal proceedings. Last but not the least, we should now try to understand how these antivirus software, which is designed to prevent, detect and eliminate the viruses or other malware threat from the individual computers or network or IT system work. So antivirus software, as we know, safeguard against a wide range of cyber threat, including Trojan horses, worms, keyloggers, browsers, hijackers, rootkits, spyware, botnet, adware and ransomware. Most of the modern antivirus program feature automatic update about the new kind of viruses or malicious software which is being invented and roaming in the market. It enables the system to stay protected against the emerging threat. Additionally, they offer extra security services such as scanning your email for any malicious attachment and link, ensuring a comprehensive protection against cyber threats by a particular individual computers. Let us understand some of the terms associated with cybersecurity threat. The first one is called public key infrastructure, PKI. Public key infrastructure facilitate the secure distribution and authentication of public encryption key. That means it is used for encryption. It enables users and computer system to exchange sensitive data over the internet securely over verifying the identity of the communicating party. That means the sender and receivers. So PKI is commonly associated with SSL and TLS technology. Basically, it encrypt online communication and enable HTTPS. The padlock symbol which you see on the browser address bar, the yellow padlock, this technology is an essential component of modern cybersecurity, solving numerous authentication and encryption challenges. Let us understand what are the key applications of PKI. The key application of PKI are, it enable multi-factor authentication. It is used for MFA and access control by all the banks, by all the company where the financial transaction is required. It create compliant, trusted digital signature for the authentication of the user, sender and receivers. It encrypts your email communication and verify the sender identity. It digitally allows the users and the sender and receiver to sign and secure software code. It basically tries to establish trust within the IoT ecosystem too. Now let us understand how do you implement this cybersecurity tool in financial service company. Let us take a case study and try to understand the concept discussed in this video. XYZ company is a bank. It's a leading financial institution which provide online banking, loan services and digital payment solution to millions of customers globally. Due to the sensitive nature of its operation, the bank became a prime target of cyber criminals, facing increasing threat such as phishing attacks, malware attack, ransomware, insider threats and unauthorized data breaches. Now, let us understand first what is the challenge faced by this XYZ bank. The first challenge which was faced by XYZ bank was frequent phishing attack. The customers and employee received fraudulent fake mail leading to data leak and threats. Ransomware attack. There were a lot of ransomware attack on this company where malicious software locked their critical banking data resources. Another challenge which they faced was insider threat. Sometimes the employee who have the access to the sensitive data, they may provide unauthorized access to the sensitive data to somebody third party. That means leaking the data. The fourth challenge which they faced was weak endpoint security. The remote employee devices were vulnerable basically for cyber attack. The fifth challenge faced was complying to regulatory issues. The bank wanted to or needed to meet strict data protection regulation like GDPR, PCI DSS and ISO 27001. Now let us understand what kind of cybersecurity tool was used by XYZ bank. So the first tool they used was firewall, Fortinet NGFW. The bank installed Fortinet next generation firewall called NGFW to inspect network traffic and block any unauthorized access to their system or to their IT resources. As a result, it has reduced intrusion attempt by 95% and prevented the DDoS attack, denial of service attack. The second solution was antivirus software, McAfee Endpoint Protection. They deployed McAfee Total Protection Security to all the employees' laptop or the system which was used by the employees, and even they extended it to their customer devices. As a result, they were able to detect and remove malware in real time, reducing system infection by 90%. The third tool which they used was cryptography, PKI for secure transaction. So they implemented public key infrastructure to encrypt online banking transaction and customer data. As a result, they could ensure a secure communication and a better result and effective fraudulent and reduced fraudulent incident by 80%. The fourth tool which they used was penetration test. IBM security device or services had given them that particular service. They hired IBM security services to conduct regular penetration tests to find the vulnerability into their system. As a result, they could identify security gaps and fix them before the hacker could exploit them. The fifth tool which they used was digital forensic, AutoSPI and in-case they use. Deployed AutoSPI and in-case digital forensic tool to analyze cybersecurity incident. As a result, they could investigate and find the insider's job or the fraud case and prevent financial losses. They also used managed detection and response, MDR, with CrowdStrike solution. The CrowdStrike Falcon to use for monitoring security events and detect cyber threat, which use basically a AI feature. As a result, they could reduce the response time to the security incident from 48 hours to 2 hours as soon as it was alerted. The very important security measure which they took was employee training. So they conducted a security awareness employee training program, and in this awareness training program they used a platform called KnowBe4 platform, and with the help of this they trained the entire employee and made them aware of these kinds of threat. As a result, the phishing email click rate dropped from 30 to 5% after this training. As a result of using this particular cybersecurity threat, the XYZ bank could strengthen their security posture, and there were no major data breaches reported after the implementation. It also resulted in enhanced customer trust, secure transaction, and improve the customer confidence on them. Also, the company could now comply to regulatory bodies and pass all kind of audit tests and met the compliance standard. It helped in reducing the cyber threat. The bank significantly lowered the risk of cyber attack by implementing all these kinds of methods. Now we have discussed an example for understanding how the particular company uses a cybersecurity tool. By implementing this robust cybersecurity strategies, the company, like using firewall, antivirus, cryptography, or penetration tests, or maybe digital forensic, the companies can successfully mitigate security risk and ensure safe transaction and safe business.